Top 10 countries with the strongest armies in the world. Let's take a look at the ranking of top 10 countries with the strong armies. Number 10. Japan. Japan was the land of samurais. Also, Japan was the leading military force in World War II. Interestingly, its peace treaty of the end of World War II prohibits it from having an offensive army. In response to its growing dispute with the ever-expanding China, Japan started military expansion, first time in 40 years, placing new bases on other islands. It increased its military spending, first time in 11 years, to $49.1 billion. The world's sixth highest has over 247,000 active personnel and almost 60,000 in reserve. Number 9. South Korea. South Korea shares its border with North Korea, which has an extremely powerful army at its disposal and hence is a constant threat to South Korea. But its offensive neighbor is not its only problem. To meet the increasing armament of China and Japan, South Korea has been increasing its defense expenditure, which is now $34 billion. It maintains a large army of over 640,000 active personnel and 2,900,000 additional personnel in the reserve, alongside the 6 large air force with 1,393 aircraft, as well as a small 166 ships. Number 8. Turkey. It was perhaps the struggle of the other countries sharing borders with the regions where the Islamic State has a strong presence. The struggle in Syria or the probability of peace with the Kurdish separatist organization PKK, which made Turkey realize that it needs to prepare itself to face danger head-on, if and when it approaches. Its army size, including regular troops and reserve, is just above 660,000. Number 7. Germany. Germany is one of the strongest economic forces in the world, but despite spending around $45 million every year, the army's condition seems to have deteriorated in the past few years. This is perhaps because the generation born and growing up in the 1955 until 60s were against war and its atrocities, and the fear of being beaten by countries with strong armies still discouraged the people to join in the army. In 2011, mandatory military service was eliminated to prevent the country from being a militarized country. Number 6. France. France is another country to follow Germany's lead because in 2013, it took the decision to effectively freeze its military spending and cut down of the defense job by 10% to save money for technologically advanced equipment. Its current military budget stands at $43 a year, which is 1.9% of the country's GDP, much below the spending target as set by NATO. Over 220,000 regular force combines with reservists to form a force of about 100,000. it has just over 1,000 aircraft, along with 9,000 ground vehicles. Number 5. The United Kingdom. The United Kingdom also has a plan of reducing the size of the armed force by 20% between 2010 and 2018, and apply smaller cuts to the Royal Navy and RAF. The defense budget of the UK currently stands at $54 billion. It has a regular force of only about 205,000, along with a small air force of 908 aircraft and an even smaller navy of 66 ships. However, the Army of the UK is still a powerful one, with its superior training equipment and its 160 nuclear weapons being the main strengths. Number 4. India. India has put its massive population to use and built an army of a sizable 3.5 million, including 1,335 million active military. The huge size of the Indian military is one of the reasons why it has always remained among the countries with strongest armies in the world. The main force of the armies is complemented by almost 16,000 land vehicles, which include 3,500 tanks, as well as 1,785 aircraft, alongside nuclear weapons. Number 3. China. China's defense budget officially stands at $129 billion, and in relentless drive to invest massively in defense. There is likely to be an increase of budget by 12.2%. It has a formidable size of army, with 2,285 million active frontline personnel and a further 2.3 million reservists, making it the world's largest land force. China is in possession of about 300 nuclear weapons. Number 2. Russia. Russia's defense budget stands at $76.6 billion and is expected to grow 44% more in the next 3 years. In fact, the military spending of Kremlin has increased by about a third since 2008, especially since Vladimir Putin took hold of Russia in 2000. The Russian army has shown substantial growth since the collapse of the Soviet Union 2 decades ago. It has 766,000 active frontline personnel and almost 2.5 million of the reserve force, though the soldiers receive mediocre training. Number 1. The United States. The United States spends a whopping $612.5 billion on the military, more than the other 9 countries' budget combined. It maintains a remarkable large army composed of over 1.5 million soldiers, and further 802,000 reservists. To complement the active ground force comprising well-trained men and women in uniforms. Its biggest advantage is that it is the world leader in aircraft production, with a fleet of 19 aircraft carriers, while the carriers operated by the world together sum up to 12.